everybody? Welcome back to another video. My name is Golden Squiddy, and today I will be explaining the history of Gartavia. So, let's just start from the beginning. This is gonna be a long time in the making, but it's gonna be worth it, because you guys deserve to know. Alright, let's go back to the very beginning. Before anything ever happened in Gartavia, Lackey, any of that, there's this era called the pre-Lackey days. Um, and there's this guy, his name is Milo. His in-game name is Milo the Menace, if you want to see, what he looks like. He got mad at me recently, I don't know why, but let's just explain what the lore is behind this, or not, I guess not the lore, but what happened. So, a long time ago, he created this team called the Badlands. Oh man, that was so cool. And it included these guys, Norseman and Custom Line, and I was able to actually get Custom Line back onto Gartavia, which is the team now. But before any of that, Milo played on many different servers, and there's two that are kind of good mention here, and that's his own server where he originally created this team called Guntavia, or tried to make Guntavia because his dog in Minecraft was named Gunther, so he wanted to name his empire, I guess, or something after him. So he tried Guntavia, but that didn't really work. And then Gartavia came around as an idea. And then there was this, I think it was like a lifesteal or some other type of SMP with like a giant castle or whatever. And it sounded very mystical, and I loved like how he described it. And he described it a long time ago, but Gartavia was also a thing, or I guess he met Custom there, or he met someone there that is now important. I think it's Custom. Anyway, he created Gartavia way before Lackey ever even had a SMP. But then, Lackey SMP season came around, right? And it was very interesting. He joined basically the first day, and then I joined like 2 weeks in. And if you guys remember Leroy, we got him back recently, but now he's gone again because, Leroy's not the smartest person, but hey, we don't have to talk about that. Anyway, so Leroy stuck around for like 3-ish seasons, and he came back just now for the 5th. So then, after I joined, I created this little kingdom with 2 other players, and it was called Golden Kingdom, right? It was called Golden Kingdom. And it was a very fun time. Golden Kingdom. It was me, Leroy, and one other person. You know, and it was a fun time, and then Leroy decided he wanted to leave the team. And I was like confused because I was like, hey, we built this together, we're trying to build this team. And I'm probably going to be showing images as well as this face cam that I have going on. But it's fine. So then Leroy tried to, he left the Golden Kingdom. And it was, it was very interesting, It was a lot of fun. But Leroy, right, let's get back to Leroy. He completely left Golden Kingdom and kind of betrayed us and stuff. Went off on his own and didn't even help us build. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna fight him. So in fighting him, I was talking it up a lot in the Minecraft chat on Lackey's SMP on Season 1, and I said we were going to war. And then this guy named PvP Lover, and that was such a long time ago. There's probably gonna be chapters as well to this video. Oh man, but let's get back to the main premise. PvP Lover, he was a very interesting guy, I'd say. And I'd say that he started the lore, really. Or he really started like what made everything the way it is today. And if you go back and see the war or the start, those streams, I think they're called that. They're called like battle or start or whatever. Those are the two streams that really started it all. So it's really him that started everything. And I don't give him credit, but I mean, he's what caused like the lore basically. So PvP Lover, he was good friends. He was a good friend of Lackey's. And that's that's and he, of course, you could tell by his name, PvP Lover, like why he even did those things in the first place. Like when he heard about the war, like I said, we're going to war. Like Leroy, we're gonna go to war. We're gonna go to war. I was like talking it up in Minecraft chat, and it like wasn't the smartest thing on my part, but at the same time, it was just between me and Leroy at the time. Me and Leroy didn't even have a war until after PvP Lover and heard about it. And of course, PvP Lover said he wanted both sides gone, but in the end that didn't really happen, and he only really went for, my team. Which is a very PvP Lover thing to do. I don't think he ever found Leroy, because Leroy lived so far away that, I couldn't even find him until like the very end of Season 1. So me and Leroy never really had a war. I mean, we kind of had like a battle, but it wasn't a war. It wasn't a war. It wasn't that. But we did like battle. Um, and you know, I guess you could count that as something. But to be fair, I don't count it as really anything. Anyway, so yeah, PvP Lover and I went to war. Um, and we fought exactly 3 battles. And then this is how I also met Milo, so pay very, very close attention. So what happened was, um, me and PvP Lover were going to war, and the first time I think it was just PvP Lover, and I'm pretty sure Milo was working for PvP Lover at that time, because Milo, the Badlands, were also called the Merchants, and they worked for whoever paid the most. But, you know, I actually was working with one of the members of the Badlands or the Merchants. Their name was oh god, I'm forgetting. Norseman. That's who it was. And Norseman was, obviously a friend of Milo's and friend of Customs and all that. Um, and I hired them for a price, right? Because they were all about who paid the most. I actually hired them to work against PvP Lover. And why I did that is because I needed the information, right? And I got some very interesting information. So I asked, after that little skirmish, I asked Milo to stick around to see if I could talk to him, and he agreed, right? He was like, okay, fine, I'll talk to this guy. And that's when everything really changed. Because I talked to Milo and I told him the information that I got, and that was that PvP Lover was trying to take over the SMP, steal it from Lackey. And I was like, I know Lackey is not the best, but who knows what PvP Lover would do, because he's the one that tried to, like, just go to war with me for no reason. All I said was, I'm going to war with someone. It was just between me and that person, and then he was like, oh, well, now I'm interested in going to war, and I'm going to kill both sides, except for I'm not, actually. And it's kind of just unfair, It was really... It was really just a bunch of malarkey, It was a bunch of empty promises from PvP Lover. And then, second battle, right, I had talked Milo into, like, being there, maybe? But the second battle, he wasn't there. It was, just a battle between me, PvP Lover, his team, like PvP Lover's team, and Lackey was even there, which is crazy to think about, right? But Lackey was there, and Lackey blew me up with an end crystal placed on bedrock, right? So if you've seen Confusion and you were like weirded out by that gray block at the very top of my house, that bedrock was actually there in my real house on the Lackey SMP Season 1. There was bedrock in the structure of my house that you could visibly see. And then I built a podium on it, right? And that podium, I talked to everyone in Golden Kingdom. Or actually, I built that podium because of PvP Lover, and I talked to him, and I was like, "Why are you doing what you're doing?" And he outright told me, and I'm like, I already know this information, but I want to know if he'll actually admit it. And he did, I believe. I'm not sure if he did, but I'm pretty sure, like, pretty sure he just said, "Yeah, I'm trying to rule." And I was just like, that's really not okay. So I was talking to Milo, and I was like, hey, third battle come around. I want you to be there. And then he was, but, eventually we did lose. But I talked PvP Lover into letting me kill him with a sword that Lackey had gave me. Not actually gave me, but in lore he gave me it, because in lore, Lackey is my father. So I had a sword with the power of God in it, and it could take away a person's canon life. And canon lives worked like that dream SMP where you have three, and then once you run out, you're dead or you turn into ghost or whatever. So I thought I had also lost all three canon lives because I had died to Lackey's Ender Crystal, which, if that's not a canon life, I don't know what is. I had also died to PvP Lover in the first skirmish battle, whatever. And then I did die to in the third battle, but I asked him to let me kill him with Canon Death, and I believe what happened was is that Canon Life was then transferred over back to me, right? So I was able to grab it back, you know? And that's how I was able to live. I thought I was a ghost for a bit. I was a ghost. I was in limbo. I've seen my limbo. It's horrible. It's awful, but let's ignore that for now, and let's get on to Lackey SMP, like the interim between Lackey SMP Season 1 and Season 2. But first, let's start with post PvP Lover days. And post PvP Lover days is really when I started to, expand, and I built the castle, Season 1 castle. So I might show an image on that on screen. I'm not sure though. But Season 1 castle. My house was finished. I moved everything from my house to the castle. Golden Kingdom was, kind of alive for a while, and then Lackey SMP itself started dying, and then, of course, that meant that Golden Kingdom died, really, and I was the only one online. And then there is a little bit of time, like a tiny, tiny bit of time between Season 1 and Season 2. And in between that time is when I picked up a totem, or a token, and it was from the, in lore, this is the lore talk now, it was from the God of Chaos or God of Anarchy, Cthulhu, in lore. Um, and it meant that I could only be canonically killed by my own weapon. So, having only one canon life left, and it being technically PvP Lover's life, um, people could say I don't really deserve it, which is kind of true. Uh, but I then, I made this team called Gold Corp or Omia. Either one works. And Omia sounds like Omega because that's what the name is based off of, right? And that's kind of where I got the idea for the modern flag of Gartavia, but let's not get to that right now. Let's get back to Season 2. Milo the Menace was back. We were now friends. He had Menace Inc. and I had Gold Corp, and I built a little museum. It might be on either side of me. I'm not sure. I built a museum for all of the flags and stuff. Um, like all the flags of all the kingdoms, like Pig Kingdom, Sprucia, Gold Kingdom, stuff like that. I also built a new castle. This time it was Andesite. Uh, you've probably seen that in some of my old string, like bases and bunkers, castle, 70, my 70 subscriber special. Um, Now you haven't seen is any pictures of season 3. Season 3 was a weird season, but it was probably the biggest RT like any team has ever gotten, except for maybe Pig Kingdom season 2 or season 3. Actually, no, Pig Kingdom season 3 was not big. Kingdoms was more of a season 2 thing, really. It really was more of a season 2 thing. Back when Lackey was getting like 1.5k whatever's viewers, I think. I think he got that many. I'm not quite sure. But, Pig Kingdom was there, that they were our mortal enemy, and I was actually part of it as like sort of like a spy or working against them, right? Once I like found out they're not good people. And I built two bunkers. Now, you may have probably seen one of the bunkers. It was a diorite bunker under the Pig Kingdom itself, which was. I don't think it was actually. Was it under Pig Kingdom? I'm not sure if it was under Pig Kingdom. It might have been. under Pig Kingdom, but I'm not quite sure. But I built a second bunker under the castle, or near the castle as well, which was a completely obsidian bunker surrounded with lava, right? And that bunker was like almost never used, but the other bunker was, and that was like kind of my house, and I kind of lived there until I moved everything into the castle again, like season one. But season two was kind of like the most dead season there was. Like nothing much happened. My 70 subscriber special was on it. I tried to kill the Wither and ultimately died there. So now the two mobs in lore that I hate are the Wither and pigs. Any pig creature. Um, but the thing is that I believe, yeah, Milo had each season basically. Milo cleared out a ocean monument, and I believe it was either at the end of season one or season two where me and Milo listened to Pig Step together on my last day on, I think it was season one. I think it was my last day on season one. It was the last time, and streamed, Lackey streamed the the entire thing. He streamed the last day of the SMP, and he streamed all the bases and stuff, and he looked at mine. So my base had been on Lackey stream, my castle from season one, and it was fully upgraded and fully done, and there were walls around it, and it was protected. And then me and Milo listened to Pig Step on the last day of season one. And then season two happened, nothing really interesting, you know, not all that much. And then season three. Season three. See, here's the thing about season three is that during my 70 subscriber and the Wither, the ending of the Wither, that was meant to be season three. But here's the thing, is that Gartavia duped. No, I'm not kidding. Gartavia found a little bit of like a cheat in the system of like one of the plugins that Lackey was using, and it was actually this guy named Banana Man. He was the guy that figured out this cheat. And season 3 was the richest we've ever been. We duped, we built a whole town. We became the most powerful people on the server, and then Lackey found out because it was mostly my fault, but it was kind of everyone's fault. I left shulker boxes out in my house, and a moderator looked at them and was like, yeah, this guy's duping. And then he found out that all of us were duping. So, it was kind of my fault, but to be fair, you know, it kind of caused a little bit of hate for Lackey. But, I mean, we already had hate for Lackey because Lackey was the best ruler in Season 1. Season 2, he didn't even really play all that much. The only time any of his SMPs were really alive was when Gartavia was there, especially when Milo was there. I could give an example right now, with Season 2, when Milo was there, dude, everyone was there. But then once Milo, like, stopped playing, lots of other people stopped playing. At least it seemed like it, right? And then Season 4 happened, and then it almost seemed like Milo started to not matter too much to people. And Season 4 was, on a different SMP called the Kevin SMP. I'm not sure if I have, wait, Confusion was, I believe Kevin SMP. I'm not, it may have been the other SMP that we were on. I'm not completely sure, but Confusion uses a screenshot of my house from season 3. So if you want a little sneak peek of what season 3 was, that is it. Um, and then what happened? In season 3, 4, whatever, season 4, we built another cat. Like season 3, we had a town. There was no castle because Milo was uh doing like Gartavia, so there's no like castle. But I did build my house and it was a pretty big house, so um I had two houses. I had a small house which was Confusion's thing, and then I had another house which was I don't think ever shown, but that's the house that the shulker boxes were in when he discovered. And my house was on a very tall hill, and then Milo's was inside of a hill, and he had two houses as well. He had one that was like tucked inside of like a little like you know how like the cliffs like go down into the ocean, right? And then there's like a flat face across like the ocean. He had his house tucked into like that. And then there was a hill that was like over to the side, and he had his house like in that mountain. And then season 4 happened, and there's actually a clip of Milo deciding, actually on Milo's channel, Milo the Menace 420, his video playing Minecraft with Squid, that is on Kevin SMP, and that is him and I deciding. That is mainly about him and I deciding where the Akatsuki base was going to be. There's this thing called the Gartavian Akatsuki that he had made. It was basically a team of the greatest warriors in Gartavia. And I was thinking of bringing it back and calling it the Dreadnoughts, because Milo had this idea about making a team called the Dreadnoughts to overthrow me, and that might sound weird, but Milo gave me the Empire. Yeah, I am the Emperor of Gartavia now because Milo gave me Gartavia. And then he made a plan to try to overthrow me, and it didn't work out because no one was playing the server, and also that plan happened on season 5. That plan started at the end of season 4, and he tried to start it at the beginning of season 5, but then Banana Man joined the server, and Banana Man got most of the people on Milo's little Dreadnought team. They got them banned. Like he got them banned because Banana Man was the one that figured out the hack in season 3, if you remember. He figured out the hack for duping, and so Lackey, of course, banned him again, saying like, "Hey, I'm scared you'll dupe again, and also you're kind of blah blah whatever, like you're kind of not good." So Lackey just banned Banana Man and most of Milo's Dreadnought team. Um, but not Milo. Milo isn't banned, I don't believe. So Milo could come back at any moment. But so now we're at what, season 5? Um, and season 5's been interesting so far. I was able to get custom. Of course, Lewis came back. If you don't know who Lewis is, I'm kind of disappointed in you because he's been here since season 1 and been in all the seasons, much like myself. So I made him the co-leader of Gartavia. But let's talk a little bit about season 4 and 5 together. So season 4 was Kevin SMP, and not much happened there. It was just kind of the interim between season 3 and season 5, really. I mean, Gartavia was big, I guess. It was smaller than season 3, bigger than season 2. Gartavia didn't exist during season 1. Actually, Gartavia didn't exist during season 2, so I guess, yeah, Gartavia was just smaller than it had ever been in season 4. Sorry about that. I had to fix my light. Anyway, Gartavia was bigger than it had ever, or smaller than it had ever been in season 4. So I was like, so when Gartavia, or when Milo gave me the Empire, because he was like, I'm not gonna play anymore. I'm done with this shit. Goodbye. And he left. And then I was the ruler of Gartavia for the next half. of season 4, and we were living in this village. And I might show like a screenshot. Actually, there's a screenshot in some videos, but I'm going to show a screenshot of the aerial view of the village. That is where we lived, and there was a castle. If you see there's a lake like over there, surrounded with like cobbled deep slate or whatever, I think. Um, there was a castle, or not a castle, it's more of a mansion. It was made out of like mostly wood. But there was a castle over there as well, because almost every season, except for season 3, there was a castle. And now there's a castle again, of course. So season 4 happened, built a castle, whatever, and then it kind of just ended. And we got banned again because, or I got banned again, and just stuff came up and like school and blah, and it just kind of died slowly once Gartavia was out. Um, and now we're here, and now we're here. And I made different suits for myself as well. And I'm now the Emperor of Gartavia. And I'm taking a lot of ideas for what Milo had, for what Milo wanted for Gartavia. And I think I'm doing pretty good at it. I mean, I just basically did something that Milo did in season what was it, 3? So in season 3, Milo kind of controlled like a war from the background. There's a guy named D1C12 or DC1 or D12. It was D12. I'm not sure. I'll show a picture if I can find it. Lewis is probably gonna help me. I might have some people on as well to talk about some of the experience they had. Experiences they had. And yeah, that'll be it. But yeah, Milo wanted a lot of things for Gartavia, and I'm trying to honor him with trying to do some of the things that he has done in the past. So there was this war in season 3, not really a war, because it was like the entirety of Gartavia against this one guy, so he lost pretty quickly. But his name was D12, and he like killed the Gartavian member or did something. I don't really remember. But Milo controlled from the shadows, right? And like beat him like by just controlling from the shadows and like telling me and Lewis what to do and what to say. I kind of did the same thing recently. There's this guy. If you remember, I talked about Leroy. Leroy built a giant golden like bell, like a giant bell, like the bell in Minecraft. He built a giant version of blocks, and it was mostly made out of gold. And then he stole that gold. Um, so both in season 1 and in season 2, Leroy just kind of became the enemy. Then season 3, he wasn't really there. Season 4, he didn't even know that season 4 happened. And then season 5, he tried to come back, and then he stole all my shit, thinking he could get away with it. But no, absolutely not. I'm not gonna just let anyone steal my shit. So, I was able to get custom line back on, or custom line on the server again. And when custom got on it increased the intimidation factor. I was like, if you don't stop messing with me, Leroy, you're going to feel like I said that Gartavia is going to be against you. And then custom joined the server, and I was like, yeah, that's what I meant, buddy. And then, we kind of just sat there, and we were able to get to his base because Lee was like, okay, I'll just give you the stuff and then leave. And I was like, that is not going to happen, I don't think. So we got there to his base. Both of us were there. So he got on, and we kind of just like were there to like scare him and whatever, and blah 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 blah. And then what happened was like I was able to tell Lackey about him stealing all my shit and doing that a while before like I got custom on the server. So I told Lackey, but Lackey wasn't able to get on because he just got off of work. And what happened was is that I was able to get custom on, and we were like scaring him and whatever. And then me and Custom were there, like also with Lackey, and we just were like, "Hey, Lackey, can you help us and just give us like all of his shit?" And then we got all of our shit back because all of his shit was actually all of our shit. But I was able to get Custom on and tell Custom like what to say and what to do, and he like teleported and we like looked very frightening. And then also I got God on our team, so like where Milo would just control a war or a battle from the background, I kind of resolved things peacefully to an extent, to where just like all that happened was that Leroy got banned. He got banned because he said the no word in chat. So yeah, I kind of just deserved that, I guess. And you know, he's like, "No, you didn't tell me this would happen. You didn't say that Gartavia would be against you." And I know Lackey's technically not Gartavia, but Lackey supports Gartavia now. So, Season 1, Lackey didn't even know about Gartavia until like the very end. Or actually, he didn't know about Milo and me. Or I guess he didn't know about Milo till the end of Season 1. Then the end of Season 1, he knew about Milo, but he still didn't know about me. Then Season 2, Milo gotten closer, and then Season 3, Lackey did actually know about Milo, and he was like there, and Milo was like in there in like sort of the outer circle of Lackey's friends. And then we duped, and then, you know, the trust went down from there, and then Season 5, obviously, he immediately killed and banned Banana Man. And I'll just show you something right now. This entire time, I have been right, where the fuck? Oh my god, so annoying. Oh right, okay. So I just gotta do that. Why won't this work? It won't. It just won't. It's not working, guys. It's not. It's not really. Maybe I just gotta do this real quick. Hey, there we go. All right. Thanks a lot. All right. So this entire time, that I've been talking to you guys through just my webcam, the music that you've been hearing is actually just me at a recreation of something that Milo built a long time ago called the dancing stand. And the dancing stand was in season 1. He built it originally before I had even gotten the server, and it was right next to his shop. Then in season 2, I think he built it again, and my museum was sort of near it. And then in season 4, he built it again. Season 4 was 2022. And then in this season, he built it at somewhere entirely different. And I will show you the exact place where he built it. As soon as I light all these candles real quick. Uh oh. my house is going to burn, even though it's made of stone blocks. Anyway, let me light all this and I show you exactly where, like exactly where it was. So Milo obviously built the dancing stand again in this season. And this may seem weird, but I got to turn literally everything back on. There we go. That's a lot more natural. I will show you exactly. So this right here, um, I will literally line up maybe an image, I'm not sure, over this video. But this right here was a mushroom thing, and um, then that tree over there was the tree in the picture that you might be able to still see, which means that the dancing stand, right, if you're looking at the picture, was like right here. It was right where I am standing. Which means that the new dancing stand is really not that far away. But it was right here. Almost at this exact spot. Oh, well. I've been banned from Lackey SMP. We did it, boys! Let's go! We've been banned from Lackey SMP. No, I'm kidding. I'm back. Anyway, so, as honor to him, Lewis told me that actually the dancing stand had been further back than it really was. It wasn't. I knew it wasn't. Because see, over there is where the tree is. Over there is where the mushroom thing is. The picture's not. But he only got to play season 5 on like the very first day, and then he got scared that he would get banned by Lackey because Lackey had banned Banana Man. So this is to honor him. His leadership of Gartavia. Everything about him. He did everything for Gartavia. I mean, he created the team itself. Not giving him at least that credit would be just the worst thing that we could do. I do miss him. I really do. It's like, I'm not sure if it was there or if it was here at this mushroom. Because it could have... Actually, no, I don't think it was. But let's just look around spawn real quick. Milo, the Menace. He was truly the best of Gartavia. And to honor him, yet again, you know, we already built a lot of things. Built a dancing stand, we made the grave. But I thought, one last more thing. Just to honor him even more. And it's here. It's not here, but I'm walking to it. I just wanted to walk around spawn. I don't know if you recognize this, but this or that is the castle. And that over there is custom space. And, you know, Custom was best friends with Milo at some point. That is just the truth. So to honor, to, even if Milo doesn't see this, to honor him, I got an Enderman spawn egg from the custom channel, Milwaukee SMP, not from any cheating. I spawned the Enderman in, and I decided, you know what, this is Milo. Because his original Gartavia skin, or yeah, his Gartavia skin from Season 3, and his original skin from Season 1 was an Enderman. And then these are all the flags of everything, and I will explain each one. This right here was the original Golden Kingdom. And then I didn't explain this, but for the third battle, we tried to, or after the third battle, we tried to make a United Factions Union. And this was in Season 1. So if I ever refer to the 3 battles, or the tri-battle, it was in Season 1, alright? So we tried to create this United Factions Union to bring factions together, and me and Milo were kind of leaders, not really. And we were trying to bring people together to fight against PvP Lover. But I'm guessing the only thing we did was we just convinced people to go over to Lackey's side, because at the same time that actually not at the same time, but after, like literally like a few days after me and PvP Lover had our fight, and like almost like 2 days after the UFU was formed, Lackey and PvP Lover had a war, and it was like a serious war, by the way. And This war between PvP lover and lackey was, you know, I think lackey won or PvP. Anyway, I think lackey won. And since lackey won, he was like really disappointed because he had lost his friend and whatever, and that was lore, lore, lore. But I think the only thing that UFU did was make more people turn over to lackey's side. With this flag, it just reminds me of the first ever time me and Milo made a team or made a something collaborative. And then this was Pig Kingdom, our main enemy. This is Sprucia. It was kind of like an ally to Pig Kingdom, I think. This was there's this SMP called the Gold SMP, and that was its symbol, its flag, its whatever. That was the flag that was used on the original Gold SMP. I have lots of screenshots of that. I might show that somewhere around here, but yeah, the Gold SMP was the interim between season. It was in between. It was really the in between season 2 and season 3, I believe, or season 1 and season 2. It was like during season 1 or season 2 or season 3. Like it was in 2021. But Leroy ruined that server. And then this right here was the first ever Gartavia flag, and it obviously is reminiscent of the UFU flag because that was the first ever time that me and Milo did something together. And then this right here was season 4's Gartavia, which was the last time me and Milo. So we had 3 flags that we made together. And this room is honoring every flag. And this is the subscriber bell, which has been in almost every season. Season 1, it was in the castle and in the house. Season 2, there was a giant subscriber bell built by Leroy, which had a bunch of bells in it, and the signs that said subscribe, or a little item frame arts that said subscribe. And season 3, there's a bell inside my house, I believe, my mountain house. And then now, season 5, the subscriber bell is right here, surrounded by all the flags. And then this is the new Gartavia flag. And then that's our ally Ender's flag. That's the team. Name is Ender. So it's their flag. And then this flag is if we ever want to like Milo had this idea about using multiple servers and making different like Gartavia teams on multiple servers, and that idea branched off of what we did in season 3 was make multiple teams that could have people onside them, because for some reason in season 3 there's like a limit to how many people you could have on your team, right? And so we decided, well, each of the high council, there was high council members, so I was on the high council, so was Bug Queen, Custom, I'm pretty sure, Milo. I'm not sure if Lewis was, but Lewis might have. But Foxy was, and I'm pretty sure Foxy, Milo, me, Bug Queen, and who else? Shit, who else was in the High Council? I can actually check on the actual Artavia, whatever. But there was one other person. It was someone else. I'm forgetting though who it was. Ah, there's Mevry. Mevry, which is Foxy's brother in real life, was on the High Council. and all of them had kind of their own teams, and then each of those teams had people inside of them. And I kind of, and then out of that, so each person like led a different team. So I guess Mao had the idea of each of some people leading each server, right? Like there, you had a leader for each server, and if you need extra leaders, just appoint people. So that's why I made Lewis the co-leader of Gartavia. So in case any other SMPs come around that are interesting, he can lead that SMP, and then this is the flag that we will use on SMPs that are branching off of like the main Gartavia, because the main Gartavia is still here on Lackey. Um, but this is like Gartavia Plus, and it has that plus because the plus was also on the original UFU flag, and there's a red plus on the original Gartavia flag. So it's reminiscent of all the things that have made Gartavia what it is today. And that is the full history of Gartavia. And this was the Declaration of Apollo with Gold Corp, which was Season 2. Declaration of Apollo. Apollo is an ideology in which you do not care about authority or government, while still being able to ally with government officials. Apollonians care about people and businesses. Goldcorp follows this ideology. Anyone can be an Apollyon. Anyone can join Goldcorp. Signed, Goldcorp members: Golden Squiddy, Lewis, Katie, Buggy, and Armani Bertrand. So you have three of the people in there that then got into being Gartavia High Council. Of course, that ideology no longer existed because Goldcorp no longer existed. But, you know, it's whatever. And since Leroy stole all my stuff, of course, I have his grave marker in the Nether where I've tricked him into falling into lava. This is not his armor, but I have his armor that he tried to beat me with. Of course, I beat him over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. But let me just show you how this is set up. Right here, Leroy 38505 is dead, and then I can move his stuff. I guess it's really just our stuff, but this is technically, I guess, his stuff. Into, I need to return that, so let's not put that in there. I move stuff into that room. He used pork chops, which is kind of ironic because that's the delicacy of Gartavia. Yeah, the delicacy of Gartavia is pork chops. So, kind of ironic he would be trying to use those to get me. Yeah, this is also his armor. Yeah, this is also his armor as well. So he tried to beat me with both of these sets, which is crazy because they're both full netherite sets, and I still beat his I beat his. I beat his. I beat him. And he's dead. This is the book that. So there's this new system of death on Wacky SMP, where when you die, in the end or the Nether, there's a grave that spawns, and you also get a book called an obituary. An obituary, that like tells how you died. I got that. I got that book. That's the book right there. Um, of like where he died exactly. And I have that exact place in the Nether claimed, like under claim. Yeah, under claim. Are you kidding me? Like seriously. I have it claimed. But yeah, that's the book of like where he died and where I tricked him. I did want his head, but I wasn't able to get it yet. I might be able to get it. I might be able to get it. I'm not sure. But real quick, let's just read how I absolutely by burned. He burned to death. He burned in the world nether. Item 0, EXP 0. I mean, he had items, but 04/12/2022, which was a few days ago. Fuck, I keep doing that. That's all of his stuff that he tried to use against me. Which is a very good sword. Wow, is that better than mine? Dang, I mean, I'm kind of scared that he might have been able to beat me, but of course, you know, his armor is there and he got banned, so. Whatever. Not that scared. Gartavia strong. That was Milo's thing, saying Gartavia strong. Gartavia strong. Lackey even said it once, which is crazy. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Could I not fall into the... Gonna kill myself now. Okay, please, Minecraft, just work for me, okay? Just work. All right, for just work, please. Just work, please. Please, just work, 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 work. Alright, I'm here. There we go. Oh wow, that was laggy. Anyway, it's loading. Trying to load all of the stuff over here, all all at once, and it's having a hard time doing so. Hmm. I know for a fact that ain't no lapis, bro. What the hell? What the? What the? Please say it works. Oh god. My internet? is my internet going crazy? I think my internet might just be going crazy. Oh yes, my internet is indeed going. Oh God. Oh Lord. Uh-oh. Good thing this isn't a live stream, because then I would have to be connected to internet, and then everything would be going badly, very very badly. Um. There we go. Hi. What's up, guys? I know for I know for a fact that ain't no. What the heck? I know for a fact that ain't no gosh darn copper. It's a chest. It's a chest, bro. Like, there we go. There we go. Here we go. This is our ally, Ash Ender. I could transfer them to spawn very easily. Never mind. Why is it so laggy? Yeah, I built a statue of myself. Come on. I am. There we go. And that, my friends, is the history of Gartavia. Now, um, I might like test this, like audience test this with some people. See how people like it. I don't know. I think we should get like guest actors on. Like maybe Lewis could get on. Custom, maybe. Milo, I'm not sure about. Foxy. Buggy, I'm not sure about. Mevery, maybe? I'm not sure. I think Foxy probably we could do. I think Lewis definitely. Like, come on, Lewis. This is like my best friend, like ever in the whole world. Well, we're gonna walk slowly through the base. Everybody subscribe. That's gonna be it for me. Everybody, welcome back to. Hello, everybody. Oh my God, fuck. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another video. My name is Golden Squiddy, and today I will be explaining the history of Gartavia. So, my game has just crashed. Well, fuck, boys. That's gonna be a wrap for this episode. Oh, feel like a go. Okay.